All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone to learn his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled Praise and Fame. All right, it's going to be entitled Praise and Fame. And I want to say Salakia for the visual. I just got my my phone carrier thing set up in an awkward way or whatever, but just did it right here because the heat, when I place it on my actual window, it falls down and everything like that. So I'm just placing it like this, but at least I can record it and you all can hear me. So, and that's the main part, is just being able to hear. So getting back to the subject, praise and fame. Now I got inspired to do this lesson because I came across a post that was pretty funny. There was like, I'm seeing drug dealers and OnlyFans models invest in their fourth home while I'm over here struggling to pay rent because I'm trying to be a good person working my regular 9 to 5. So I saw that and I started laughing because at the end of the day, that's true. You know, there's a lot of people that's doing major wickedness and they're getting by in this world and they're getting praised for it. All right. Like he said, he was like, man, you got drug dealers out here, you know what I'm saying, making all of this money, and they're able to get actual houses. They don't got to worry about going through like the mortgage process or anything like that because they're making enough money to pay it off. Then you already know they got certain connections or whatever. Then yeah, you got these females out here who's doing these OnlyFans pages, and a lot of them are making hella money, man, hella money. A lot of them are actually out here making $80,000 to $100,000 a year just for posting, you know, those videos. All right, they posting all of these videos showcasing themselves, showing them their bodies off and everything, and they're getting all the simps out there, man, paying them. And they're going to continue to do it. As long as these simps out here continue to support them, they're going to get all the money that they want. All right. And that is sad, you know what I'm saying? They over here doing this, you know, doing the most, and they able to buy as many clothes as they want, get a new house, get a new car, do all of these different things where, you know, regular people, you know, who just trying to go to work and make a decent living, they over here struggling, man. Because, you know, at least some of these people have some type of decency. They had some type of integrity a little bit, you know? And so when I read that, I was just like, you know, it made me think about us grinding in this truth and enduring it to the end, because the scriptures say that the elect is going to get praise and fame in the kingdom because we're going to stand stiffly for the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You can read about that in the book of 2nd Esdras, where it tells you the elect was going to stand stiffly for the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is going to crown the 144,000 for doing that. All right, because like I said, when you look at celebrities, they're getting praise and fame on this side. And it's very well known now that they're doing all kind of wickedness, man. All kinds of wickedness. People like Jay-Z and P. Diddy, all right, they over here worth, you know. All right, Salakia, I kind of figured that my phone was going to fall. Like I said, I just need a new phone carrier whenever I do these car videos, because I have had that phone carrier for a long time, and it's pretty much, it's dried out. It's not able to stick on the window the way that it should. But like I said, I'm gonna keep this lesson short. But like I said, you know, people like Jay-Z and P. Diddy, you know, they got their millions, and you know, Jay-Z, I believe, is worth like $2 billion or something like that. You know, they got all of that money because of the things that they're doing behind the scenes. All right, they're making themselves be a part of that letter community lifestyle, sacrificing. Pretty much, they can't even be themselves. All right, they are Jay-Z and P. Diddy. Their government names don't even mean anything at all. You know, even when they go home, they are not, he's not Sean Carter. All right, he is not Sean Carter. When he goes home, he is Jay-Z. That's how the elites look at him. You know, that's how these small hats look at him. They be like, no, you're Jay-Z. You're not a person to them, man. You are a puppet. And that's the sad part about it, all right? And they got praise and fame for that. They was like, look, pretty much, if you want to live this type of lifestyle and get this type of status, This is the type of life that you got to live, and it's mandatory. Because if you don't, you already know what the consequences are. All right? So at the end of the day, this is the life that they chose. Ultimately, the Most High wanted them to go down that route anyway. All right, so they can get destroyed. But at the end of the day, they do have praise and fame for that. And now, like I said, us in this truth, we're enduring and standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So then that way we can have our praise and fame in the kingdom. Because, like I said, one of the main things you got to remember is the rewards that comes along with doing this truth, man. There is a reward for the elect. The first part of the reward is salvation, all right? If you go out there and do what you're supposed to do, the first part of it is going to be the salvation. Then the second part is going to be the new bodies. And then after that, Yahweh Shai is going to put crowns on his elect. And then after that, we're going to be able to live to be the first fruits of the kingdom. And then after we do that, all right, then that's when, we put everybody in captivity. And then that's when everything else comes along with it. Everything goes back to being righteous. And then we're going to get our fame because our names will be put out there, man. Everybody's going to know who the elect is. They're going to be like, no, these were the ones that literally kept the faith. When we were out here calling them fools, just like it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, all right? When they were out here calling us fools and looking at us saying this is madness and all of that, we took that, man. We was like, you know what? You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want, because you already know we're going to be persecuted for this. We was like, we're going to keep enduring anyway, all right? We're going to keep enduring anyway. And people are going to know that. And the Lord is going to make sure that these people know that, point blank, period. The Lord is going to be like, you know what, look, this is my elect, and you all are going to know my elect. And people are going to recognize us, man. They're going to be like, man, look at the men of the Lord, all right? They're going to be like, look at the men of the Lord. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. So just always remember the rewards, man. Like I said, and never get, the scriptures say, don't be envious at the ones that's coming up in this life too. I forget exactly where it's at, but it tells you not to be envious of sinners, all right? Because their judgment is coming. The Most High may have them prosper right now, but he's reserving them for punishment, all right? He's going to let them reign for a little bit, let them have their little fun and all of that, and then as soon as shit hits the fan, all of the fun ends, all right? Their fun is going to end, but ours is going to begin, Lord willing. Just like, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Hey, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So all we got to do is just keep enduring and just make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do, man. And we're going to receive that praise and fame. And it's going to feel better to be known to stand for something that was right. Because these people don't stand for anything that's right. These people literally love wickedness. They love evil. They stand up for evil. People know about the Illuminati and becoming a Freemason, and there's people on comment boards that literally is like, I don't even care. Where do I sign up? This is the day and age that we live in, man. People are literally like, where do I sign up? All right? So always remember that, man. Just keep enduring it to the end, and then in the kingdom, we're going to receive our praise and fame, man. And the Most High is going to give us everything, because the scriptures tell you in the book of Revelation that we're going to receive all things. All right. So just keep enduring and doing what you're supposed to do. So like I said, Salakia for the visuals. Lord willing, I'm going to buy a new phone carrier thing this week, because I do like doing the car videos. The car videos are nice, but I already know the one that I got. It's just old as hell, man. That's all it is. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I hope this is edifying, man. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh. Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazad, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.